My name is Maya. I'm 33 years old, and last week, my mother begged to sleep on my couch. She didn't expect me to say yes, and she had no idea what I'd been waiting years to tell her. Growing up, my life looked normal from the outside. We lived in a quiet neighborhood, small backyard, cheap Christmas lights, spaghetti dinners twice a week. But the inside of that house? It was a different world. A silent, rotting one. My dad left when I was 7. No big fight, no letters, just gone. My mom fell apart for about 3 weeks. Then she met Mark. I was 9 when he moved in. At first, he seemed fine. He bought me things. Said he wanted to be a real father figure. He cooked sometimes. Made jokes. I tried to like him. I really did. But by the time I was 11, things changed. He became controlling. Angry. He'd insult me over dinner, criticize my clothes, my weight, the way I spoke. He'd call me names when Mom wasn't around. When I told her about it, she rolled her eyes. "He's just trying to toughen you up," she said. "He cares. He wants to raise you right." I knew better. But I was a kid. And I still wanted her to love me. Then it got worse. At 13, he started coming into my room at night, sitting on the edge of my bed, saying things no adult should say to a child. And when I cried the next day, when I told her I didn't feel safe, she snapped at me. "Stop lying. He loves you. He's your father now. You will call him Dad." I remember the first time I said it. Dad. I choked on the word. She smiled, like it meant everything was perfect now. He took more after that. My voice, my peace, my trust. And she stood by, not clueless, just unwilling to lose him. I ran away when I was 16, lived with a friend's family for a while, then in shelters, then scraped together enough for a tiny apartment and 3 jobs. I never called, never went back. I didn't report him. I wish I had. I didn't have the strength back then. But I swore one day she would know exactly what she'd done. Fast forward 17 years. I built my life from the ground up, went to college at night, became a nurse, got married, bought a home. I have a daughter now, she's 8, and I watch her like a hawk. She doesn't talk to strangers. She never stays with anyone I don't trust completely. I tell her every day that she is safe, that she is loved, that her voice matters. Because mine never did. 2 weeks ago, I got a message out of the blue. "Maya, it's Mom. I'm sorry to reach out like this. Mark left me. I'm staying in a motel, but I can't afford another week. I have nowhere to go. Can I please come stay with you, just for a while?" I stared at the screen for a long time. My hands were shaking. She didn't apologize. Not for the years of silence. Not for letting him hurt me. Just as simple. He left me. And now I was supposed to open my door? I didn't respond right away. I thought about deleting the message, blocking her. But then I realized something. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. I called her that night. She picked up in seconds, her voice cracking with fake relief. "Maya." "Thank God. I didn't know if you'd answer." "I have rules," I said, cutting her off. She went quiet. "If you want to stay here," I continued, "you don't speak to my daughter unless I say so. You stay in the guest room. You cook your own meals. And we're going to talk. About everything. No pretending. No acting like it never happened." She didn't argue. Just whispered, "Okay." She arrived the next day with 2 garbage bags full of clothes and a small suitcase. She looked older than I remembered, thinner, tired, face hollow. She tried to hug me at the door. I stepped back. Over the next week, she kept to herself mostly. Cooked silently. Washed her clothes. Read on the couch. She asked about my daughter. I told her no. She asked about my husband. I said he knew everything. He did. He always had. On the 5th night, she finally broke. "I didn't know," she said at dinner uninvited. "I didn't know he was hurting you." I didn't answer. I kept eating. "He told me you were dramatic, that you were trying to get attention." He said. "You believed him over your daughter," I said flatly. Over and over. Tears welled in her eyes. I was scared. He threatened to leave. I dropped my fork. "And that was worse than what he did to me?" "I didn't know how to be alone," she whispered. I looked her dead in the eyes. I was 13. I was alone. She cried. She begged. She apologized. She said she'd been young, naive, weak. Maybe she had been. But I had been a child. And I had begged too. The difference was that no one came to save me. "I never stopped thinking about you," she said. "You stopped protecting me." She slept in silence that night. 2 days later, I told her it was time to go. She looked stunned. But I thought. "You're not part of this family," I said. "You chose your place a long time ago. This was just a visit. A reminder." "A reminder of what?" she asked, tears forming again. "That sometimes you don't get a second chance. Sometimes you sleep in the bed you made." She packed up. My daughter never even knew her name. But here's the twist. A month after she left, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. No return address. Inside was a check. $10,000 and a note. Sell the car. Sell the furniture. Sell whatever you want. I won't need it where I'm going. I don't deserve comfort. I don't deserve peace. But maybe this helps your daughter live free. I know I never helped you.
I'm sorry, Maya.
I truly am. I haven't heard from her since. I don't know where she went. I don't know if she's alive. Sometimes I hope she is. That she's living in some tiny, quiet place, learning what it feels like to have nothing. Sometimes I hope she isn't. That the guilt consumed her before it could consume me. But either way, I didn't cash the check. I framed it, and I hung it in the back of my closet. Not out of spite, but as proof that I was believed, even if it came too late, and that she finally called me something she never did before.
Right.